Is this on? Hi there, Chris at Rift here. Workshop vlog number 1. So, why vlog? Well, I guess I want to show you what goes on around here every week. So I'm going to try and send these out once a week, film what I've got going on, amps that have come in for repair, builds that I've got going on, all that other shit as well. Sorry, I am a bit sweary. And hopefully you can see what goes on here at Rift. Sorry if I'm looking up, it's just that's where my monitor is, so I can see that I'm in frame. Here we are. So it is Monday the 1st of April. Wasn't actually meant to be in work today, but my phone rang and I've got work to do, so here we are. I actually wanted to have a whole day off, which is once in a blue moon, to be honest, but here we are. Yeah, phone rang. Got a repair coming in, which is important. I have to keep my customers on the road. It's what amp is it? It's a Mezaboogie something or other, Lone Star I think. So we need to get that fixed. What else we got going on? Well, we've got this is prototype we've got going on for repair. Well, not repair. For a new build. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Look. This is the new Plexi 45. Which I've tried launching in the past, but I've never had much success. So, anyway, I think we nailed it. So this is the prototype one, with all the bits and pieces. So that's that. What else we got going on? Oh yeah, this is a custom build that we've got going on. So I'm trying to work all this camera stuff out. There it is. That's a custom build for a guy who wants to pick up Thursday. Today is Monday, so we'll get that done. All sorts of stuff going on. But there we go. So I'm going to try and talk through what I do without going into too much detail and boring you, but we'll get there. For those that don't know, or have just come across me, my name's Chris. And I run Rift Amplification. We do hand-wired guitar amplifiers, and hopefully moving into some bass stuff. I used to do a bass amp, but we discontinued that, and we're going to launch one soon, I think. Maybe, we'll see. I also do valve radio and hi-fi repair, so if you've got an old wireless radio, your granddad something or other, or an old valve hi-fi that needs looking over, like a leak or something like that, we look after that stuff here, so we can sort you out. But my main thing I do is vintage style guitar amplifiers, both inspired by designs from the past and my own stuff. So you can go on my website, check it out, or you can go down to Anderton's in Guildford. They stock my stuff too, so you can see what's going on. So what's next? Well, I've got some paperwork to do. You don't want to watch that, I'm telling you now. And then we've got some amps to finish off. Oh yeah, and then that repair's coming in. So let's see what's next. So the guy who phoned me said he was going to bring his amp in for repair has just phoned again to cancel. So didn't need to come into work at all today, but here we are. So we'll crack on with some jobs anyway. These metal plates that go on the front of my Tweed V cabinet, the chap who makes them for me has retired. He sold his business, he's not doing it anymore, and the new guys won't make them. So I've had to take one off this cabinet so I can measure it all up. It's got a strain, it's got an angle on the inside. So I've measured it all up. I haven't got a technical drawing, so I've had to make one to send off to a company to see if they can make them for me. So I've just got to pop it back on here. And then that's another small but very annoying job that I've had to get done. So let's crack on. Morning all, Tuesday, actually it's lunchtime now, Tuesday the 2nd of April. Today we've got a late 70s silver face Pro Reverb in for, well it's actually come back in. I did some work on it last week. Mr. Customer, he said there's an issue with it, so it's farting out and buzzing and rattling when he's playing it. I know he's done a lot of restoration work on it, hasn't been played in a while, but we gave it a full soak test before it went out and it was fine, but he says it's playing up. I'm just been going through it and tapping valves and various things. I'll get my chopstick. Tap around, it's alright, but then if I start tapping the valves, you can hear it's making. There you go. So there's something going on in here. So we'll just go through it, see if we can find what's going on. It's probably a crap solder joint, but we'll see what we can find. Right, so this doesn't take as long as I thought it would do. So the reverb recovery valve, this one here, has got this cap here, cathode bypass cap connecting pins 3 and 8 to ground, and we've got below it a resistor, what looks like an 820 ohm, and it appears that the tail of that resistor has come away from the solder tag and is just sitting there against the chassis. So moving that around is causing problems. So clearly I missed that first time, so it's probably on me. So I'm just going to solder that up and then we should be good to go. Okay, so that's that soldered up and done, and that's that issue sorted, but this one is still making all sorts of noises. So I don't know if you can see, but the valve pins on this, they're not perfectly clean, but they're not dirty either. But we'll give them a clean up. We'll clean the socket out again, just in case there's a bit of dirt in there. This is V2 1725 RCA. So how do I do it? I take an old toothbrush. There she is. Get some switch cleaner on your toothbrush, and then clean up them pins. There you go. Quiet. So I'm just going to go through, clean the rest of them up, and see if that makes a difference. Okay, so all 6 preamp valves done. See as I wobble them, no more noises. Alright, so now I'm back together. All tested, all working fine. I'll just put the rear panel back on. That's another one done. So time to ring the customer. On to the next job. Morning everyone, it's Friday the 5th of April. I've missed 2 whole days of vlogging. On Wednesday I had Guitarist magazine back in to finish off an amp build, so that took up the whole day. I didn't get any filming done, so really sorry about that. And then yesterday I was just so busy flat out trying to get stuff done that I just forgot to turn the camera on again. So clearly I'm still getting used to this, so I do apologise. But today is Friday, we've got some bits and pieces to do. I've got a 5E3 course in tomorrow, so we've got to get everything prepped for that. And then some bits and pieces. It's also the end of the tax year, so I've got a buttload of paperwork to do. But the time is just coming up to 10:15 in the morning. We're going to get some bits and bobs done and then get this uploaded in the afternoon. Okay, so the first step is we've got to make the board up. So I buy my board material in from a supplier. They already cut it to size for me. It's FR4, flame resistant number 4. I get it cut into my different sizes that I need for the different amps. It's just a selection. And then what we do is we take the board, we're going to print out a drilling template, stick it onto it, drill through where all the eyelets are going to be. And here is our little box of eyelets. I don't use turrets, I only use eyelets. No reason for that, rather than it's just what I prefer. And then once we put the eyelets in, we then swage them in underneath, hold them in place, and then we can drill the rest of our wire holes and mounting holes. This is for a PR18, this board. Anyway. But we're doing, got a 5E3 coming in, so we've got to take a 5E3 board, same size as my 2E15 board, and we're going to drill that out and turn it into a board ready for tomorrow. So we've got a 3.2mm drill bit in the drill press. Safety glasses on. And I'm just going to drill through where all of my eyelets are shown on the board. Okay, board's drilled out. Now what I've got to do is just get the eyelets and place them in one by one. Okay, so the next stage is I've got to swage them in from underneath, but as you can see they do pop out quite easily. And if I turn this upside down, they'll all come out. So I get some electrical tape. And I use that just to hold it in place. Anyway, so that is what we use to swage the eyelets in place. And I use a drill press to do it. But you can get an arbor press, I suppose. That'll work. So just move the plate to one side because we need a hard surface to press against. So we take our board with our electrical tape on, holding our eyelets in place. We can spin it over and then you just push down, light bit of pressure, and you can see that's flared out. This one here, and is in place. So we'll just go through and do the rest of them. Okay, so with all of them done, all we've got to do now, slowly peel off the electrical tape. I use electrical tape because it doesn't leave any residue. Okay, with the board done, mounting holes and string holes are, wire holes are drilled. Next step is to use the board as a template to drill the mounting holes into the chassis itself. So I can just place that in there, line it up where I want it. And then mark and drill. Unfortunately, I can't find my good drill bits, so I've just got to pop into the local town to Screwfix to grab the right ones. So I shall be back later.